Welcome back. I hope everybody had a great holiday and Happy New Year. The holidays this year for my family were probably the best we've ever had. So I got home a week before Christmas, so we got to decorate the tree together like we normally do. Leading up to Christmas Day, watching movies on Christmas Eve, and just doing some things that we normally did as a family during the holidays was super fun. Got to go out and actually went out to an outside place to go get to see Santa, obviously social distancing, and got to do that with my kids and my family. It was my first outing outside. Kind of surreal, but awesome. And then Christmas Day, obviously, watching the kids run down the stairs with just joy and excitement, and watching them open their stockings in my bed and opening their presents. And then my mom and my sister came over later that day, opened up a much more presents, and then we just had a nice big family dinner together. To be honest, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything else. It was the best Christmas and the best day I could possibly have asked for. This video I want to talk about is advocating for yourself. And I had to do that more this year than I have had to in my life. But that being said, it doesn't matter what it comes down to, is like you are the only person that can fight for yourself. You're the only one that has your own voice, and you need to use it certain times of your life. And I realized that I had to use my voice. This is what this video is going to be about. Very early on, when I was diagnosed with GBS, I had reached out to GBS Society in Whitby, and I had a few people that I had become friends and contacts with that have GBS. And they all stress the same thing, that how much pool therapy helps someone in my condition with GBS. Because right now, I can't move much. I mean, I'm still in a wheelchair. I can't walk. I can move my arms a little bit like this, and I can move my legs a little bit by just moving them, but I can't walk. I can't get out of a chair. I can't do anything like that. But I was told that when you go into a pool, it's like night and day. Like you can do things in water that you can't do on land. So I was very, very, very excited to go to a rehab facility that had pool therapy. And I remember that afternoon when I finally met somebody and asked, about the pool and when I was going to be able to get in and what the schedule was like. And the kind of look on their face, and they saw the excitement and the drive that I have. And they had to tell me that the pool was closed. And it was closed due to COVID-19 restrictions. So you're going back to August of 2020, obviously. And, I just didn't think it would be closed. It was a facility. It was a pool inside the facility I was going to. I was kind of shocked that it was closed. So they said that they were going to give it about a month, and they were going to look back into, reopening it, because I was advocating for myself. So I waited a month for them to come back to give me kind of an answer on why it was closed, or maybe when it was going to reopen. So a month had come and gone, and no word of anything. No one had given me an answer on when it was going to open, but more importantly to me, no one was giving me an answer on why it was closed. And that was my biggest issue, was I didn't understand why I could go to the gym with other people and other physio people and other patients all in one big area, but I couldn't go to the pool, which was in the facility that I'm in, with the physiotherapist, a pool therapist that's in the facility I'm in. So no one's coming from outside. Everyone's tested, everyone's clean, there's no issues. I just wanted the reasoning behind that. It made no sense to me. So I started making some phone calls. I called 5 days in a row, and I sent 5 voicemails and 5 emails. And on day 6, someone came into my room and said, "Stop calling. They know that you want to go in the pool, and they are aggressively looking at this." So 2 weeks later, they came back to me to say that upper people at the rehab facility, or people that are in charge of making the decisions, had went to the ministry, and they were just waiting back for some approvals on some things. They felt very positive that I was going to be able to get in the pool, and they thought that by the start of October, I would hear from them, and I would hopefully be in the pool by that time. Now, it was not a yes, it wasn't a no, but it sounded very positive. And, it became, October 1st, 5th, 7th, it got to the 10th, and I still hadn't heard anything. And I'm like, I waited patiently from, middle or start of September until October. I never made another phone call. I never sent another email. But, they told me they were going to get back to me at the start of October with a answer one way or the other. Well, now it's October 10th. I've heard nothing. I didn't sit well with me. So I got back on the phone. I started making phone calls again. I started leaving voicemails, started sending emails. But I changed my tone on the fact that instead of me wanting to get into it for my therapy, I now changed the tone that, okay, well, now we're approaching when I'm going to leave, which was the start of December. So we're now 2 months away. Well, I'm going to do pool therapy one way or another. So if I'm not doing it in the facility that I'm in for 4 months, I'm sure damn well going to do it when I get home and I can go to outpatient pool somewhere and do it on my own. Show me how to, transfer into the plastic commode chair that has wheels on it that you wheel me down the ramp. How many noodles do I need? Can I even stand up? Can I do anything? Like, these are unanswered questions that we need to know before we leave your facility so I don't drown in a public pool. It's basically what I kind of said on the voicemail. So I got some attention because about 2 weeks later, my occupational therapist came in and she was just beaming ear to ear and said, "You're going in the pool next Wednesday." And it was an unbelievable feeling because, my wife, my mom, they all told me stop calling. They're like, "Jay, like, just give up." I got 4 sessions in the pool. My pool day was here. I was so excited. I was so nervous. The anticipation. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't even know what I was gonna be able to do. My occupational therapist was, she was very unsure too. Like, she didn't know, like, if as soon as I got in the pool, if like my torso was just gonna kind of fall over and I wasn't gonna have the strength to like hold myself up with my core strength. Like, it was a lot of unknowns. Like, no one knew what I was gonna be able to do. So we worked on transferring from my wheelchair into a plastic commode chair, which has 2 wheels. It's basically like a wheelchair, but it's plastic, or it's metal, depending on which place you go to. And you can, then wheel it down. Most of these places have a ramp, so you wheel it down the ramp. So we got in and it got up to about, your chest, kind of about your shoulder height. Literally just your head is kind of just, popping out of the seat. And then they took the seatbelt off me and they asked me, they're like, "Do you think you can try to stand?" Now, when I try to stand, like when I do physio and I'm working like out of my wheelchair or I'm sitting on a bed and I'm trying to stand, there's so much that goes into that. I have to think about 5 or 6 different movements. I have to think about 5 or 6 different muscles I have to squeeze, the technique to stand. It's things that, like, obviously you just don't think about when you stand, you just get up. But in my condition, you have to think about all these things. When I was in the pool, it was such an unbelievable feeling. I didn't have to think about anything. My body just knew what to do. And I just stood up. I stood up in the water and everyone's faces were just like everyone's faces dropped. Like, no one could believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was standing. But the biggest thing is I was standing with no pain and I was standing with ease. It didn't take any exertion. It didn't take this massive grunt or this strength I had to come up with to come out and stand. I just did it naturally. It felt amazing. And then, my occupational therapist looked at me and said, "Do you want to try to walk?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I took like some little pivot stance and I just started to walk. And it was just like, my mind remembered what to do. Like, I remembered how to move my feet and my hips and everything. I remembered how to do it. My mind remembers how to do it. So for someone in my condition who has not been able to walk for over a year, it's hard to put into words to know that, like, I can do it. Like, my body knows how to do it. Like, my mind remembers how to do it. Now it's just a matter of strength. I got to get stronger. I got to build everything up to do this on land now, which I know I can do because I can do it in water. So, that first day in the water was just like, it's unbelievable. I can't put it into words. It's like, it feels like you're walking on the moon. Like, that's what it felt like for me walking on the water. Like, it was just, I was able to put 1 foot forward. It was very hard the first time I did it and I got better. Like, the third time I did it, I was doing it without anyone holding me. I had just the noodles and I was walking on my own. So it was amazing. I was able to get 4 sessions in the pool there. We came home and we started the routine at home, and I did another 5 sessions, I think 4 or 5 sessions. We went to the Curtis pool and I went with my sister and Shannon, and I got to the point where I took a floaty off and I was in the deep end and I wanted to try to tread water. And I thought, let me try it for 30 seconds. So I was able to do it for 30 seconds. And when the 30 seconds came and went, I said, let's do it for a minute. So the first day I tried water for a minute. The second time we went back, I tried water for 2 minutes. The third time we went back, it was 5 minutes. I tried water for 13 minutes the last time I went in the pool. And then obviously everything closed down on Boxing Day, and I haven't been in a pool since. But I'm looking outside my window right now and we have a pool. It's frozen solid right now, but once we get some warm weather in March, we've already looked at being able to get a hoist some kind of a lift to get me into my pool. I'm going to start that baby right in March and April, and I got a heater. I'm lucky, and I'll hopefully be able to do this stuff at home. But the biggest takeaway, the biggest thing is, I didn't give up on wanting to get in the pool. I stuck to my guns and I fought to get in because I guess I knew deep down that I could do this. And I walked, and it's just an amazing feeling. So for Jay's Picks of the Week, Crave, Tiger. Thanks for watching my episodes, and please subscribe below.